We're a 40-year-old family-run printing company. Started off as a commercial printer and kind of revolutionized ourselves multiple times over the years to stay relevant. And now we're into our third generation of management. My father, Jim Meisner, started the company back in 1984. And prior to starting the printing company, he owned a graphic design studio. And about 10 years ago, we began to transition into folding cartons and packaging in general.
Talk a little bit about the printing presses and what you've done over the last couple of decades for changing into print.
When we look at technology and how it's transformed our business and our market, we're constantly having to reinvent ourselves because of changing market conditions. We've seen a real difficulty in hiring personnel. So to combat that, we've looked to technology, automation, looked to remove steps in the process, all of these things. And a lot of that honestly comes in the form of digital printing, digital finishing, workflow automation on the front end as well, and trying to latch onto technologies that are easy to learn, easy to train other people on. And I think where we've really seen that come to fruition lately is with our brand new 6-color Komori press that we put in 4 months ago. With this latest technology, that it's much easier to train personnel to run the press, and just there's less of a mess. The LED inks are much cleaner to use. We can leave them in the fountain. We don't have to do a wash up every night. I think the quality of the printed sheet speaks for itself. So if our customer comes in for a press okay and they're comparing that inkjet proof to that press sheet, and they see that we've either matched it or improved upon that, that sells itself.
Yeah.
And I think with all the color editing tools and the G7 calibration and certification that we have, it really makes quality control and color control commonplace and pretty simple. And there's many of our customers who don't even come into our facility because they're so confident that we can hit their colors.
You have digital printing. Matter of fact, it's a Komori digital press all back as part of your arsenal in digital printing. So you can onboard people maybe in digital, but you've also got the middle to long run capability of an offset press, right? So you can move those people through their business cycles. 6
years ago, we purchased a Komori IS-29 digital press, which is a great bridge for those customers who may only need 100 cartons and then up to maybe 7,000 or 10,000 cartons. That press is perfect for that application. And then above and beyond that, that's when we can move it to the litho press for those longer runs.
And you matched up the technologies, I believe. That's a UV curable ink on the IS-29, and now you've got UV curable ink on the new offset press.
It is, and it's striking to me how well we're able to dial in the color on those two different platforms, those two different technologies.
And you changed technology. You went from a traditional ink set, now you're using LED UV and regular UV curing, right? You've got the whole gambit on that press.
Yeah, so the great thing about this press is it kind of gives us a lot of versatility. And what I mean by that is we have swappable interdeck in each of the 6 press units. We can run LED or UV just by simply swapping out the cassettes. So we can really use the curing method to get the best results for the job, whether that's UV or LED. And we have an IR dryer on the delivery side to cure the coating, so we can run aqueous coatings as well. So just a lot of flexibility. Having kind of the best of all 3 of those worlds really made a lot of sense for our business.
So labor-wise, your guys transferred over from the LS to the new press okay?
Yeah, labor-wise, a bit of a learning curve, but I wouldn't say it's that challenging of a learning curve, especially for our guys that have ran Komoris for years. And they took to it pretty quick, and now they love it. I don't think they could ever go back to the older technology.
Yeah, the AI part of it's really interesting, how the press is really teaching itself when it, to get to a point where it's really saving a lot of waste. You're able to use that fairly well here.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen our waste factor probably cut in half versus the old press, which is obviously great cost savings. It's easier on the operator to hold and maintain color. Customers are thrilled. I mean, if customers, the rare ones that we do get in that come in for press okays, they're shocked about how quickly we can move from one form to the next. and they're generally satisfied with the overall quality, the color consistency. It just checks all the boxes for us. For 4-color work, we might be in the 50 to 100 sheet range or less, depending on it. But generally, I mean, we've seen a great improvement on just our overall waste factor, and that means a better bottom line for the company.
What we found in working with Komori specifically, it's a long-lasting relationship that extends over 20 years. And with each install, we've had no issues with them. Everything has gone smoothly. And if we have an issue mechanically or we're struggling with anything, they've been able to respond very quickly and get us back up and running. And this most recent installation of the 6-color 40-inch is probably our best installation we've ever had. We were up and running on schedule when Komori said we would, running live work. And after we started running, we really haven't been down much at all. There was a couple little tweaks that we had to do along the way, a couple changes, but by and large, it's been great for us, and we're really experiencing all of the benefits that Komori really shared.
Well, when it comes to the Komori and Color Ink partnership, we go back a long way. I mean, we've had Komoris in here for lots of years. You guys have always been willing and able to troubleshoot whenever we do have problems, which don't happen too often, but it's manufacturing.
Sure.
Equipment has hiccups, but you guys have always been supportive of us. Your team has a very good sense of what we do and what our objectives are, and you guys are straight shooters. You'll tell us if something's a fit for us or if it's not, and I really appreciate the transparency in that regard.